Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start our new chapter, chapter 3, Computer Communication and Network. This chapter is totally based on computer communication. So, first we are going to study about the communication, then we will study about the elements of communication, then we will see about the characteristics and its transmission medium. Okay, so let's start with computer communication. So as you know that communication describes a process in which two or more computer or devices transfer data, instruction and information. So it is actually a exchange of data between two devices. Okay, so for computer communication to occur the communication, computer must be a part of communication system that is made up of a combination of hardware and software. So as you know, when we deal with computer, we work with hardware and software. So in the communication process, it also include hardware and software of the computer. Okay, and now the effectiveness of a communication system depends on three fundamental characteristics such as delivery, accuracy and timeliness. So we will study about the delivery, accuracy and timeliness. First, the system must deliver data to the correct destination. It is the first and foremost property of or the characteristics of a communication system, that when you start to transfer a data, it should be reached on a particular destination. Accuracy means data should be transferred without error, and the timeliness, it means when you transfer a data, it should reach to the destination within a particular time. Okay, so next is the elements of a computer communication. We have already studied about the communication network and its fundamental characteristics. Now the basic elements of computer communication include a sender, a receiver and a medium. Sender means who sends the data, receiver means who receives the data, and the medium in which data is transmitted. Okay, and after the sender, the encoder is needed sometime, and before the receiver, the decoder is needed sometime to decode the data and to create in a particular code of a data. Okay, so next is the transmission medium. As I already told you, the basic element of computer communication is sender, receiver and medium. So sender, we know who sends the data, like you and I are the people who are sending the data, or we can say the data is transferred from our side. Okay, and the receiver is a person or a computer who receives the data. Okay, now we talk about the transmission medium on which data is transmitted. So as you know, or as you can see from the following chart, the transmission medium are of two types, that is the guided media and the unguided media. Guided media means uh, it's like a wired transmission. Suppose you are sending a data through cable system, then it is the guided media. And if you are sending the data by using a signals, so it is the unguided media. And we can also divide the guided media into three parts, that is twisted pair, coaxial cable and fiber optics. And unguided media are also divided into three parts, that is microwaves, radio waves and infrareds. Okay, now we talk about wire transmission media. As I already told you, it is also known as guided media. It means when you are sending a data, you need a wire to transmit your data. देखिए आपको क्या चाहिए, एक वायर चाहिए जिसके थ्रू आपका डेटा ट्रांसमिट हो. यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू यूज सिग्नल्स. आप सिग्नल्स का यूज़ नहीं करेंगे, लाइक माइक्रोवेव्स, or we can say the aired medium we are not going to use. We actually use the wired medium. Okay, so it is the wired transmission media. There are three types of wire transmission media. First one is twisted pair cabling, second is coaxial cable, and third is fiber optical cable. So as you can see from the following diagram, the twisted pair cables include the wires which are twisted itself. Coaxial cable also uses the copper and aluminum cables, and fiber optical cables includes the optical medium to send or receive data. Okay, so first we are going to study about the twisted pair cable. Twisted pair cable is a type of cabling that is used for telephone communication. In earlier times, when people at home, they are using telephone lines. Okay, so telephone communication uses twisted pair cable, and most modern Ethernet networks also uses the twisted pair cable. It is a pair of wires from a circuit that can transmit data. The pairs are twisted to provide protection against crosstalk. Sometimes we see in our wireless transmission media that our talks overlap, like sometimes हमें अपनी ही आवाज़ वापस से सुनाई देती है. So in twisted pair cable, this error doesn't generate at all because it also provides a protection against crosstalk, the noise generated by the adjacent pair. When electrical current flow through a wire, it creates a smaller circular magnetic field around the wire. When you transmit a signal, it transmitted in the form of electrical signal, and this signal generate a circular magnetic field around the wires. Okay, so here we have two types of twisted pair cable. First one is unshielded twisted pairs and second is shielded twisted pairs. As the name suggests, unshielded means it is not having any shield on the outer covering, we can say, or the shielded twisted pair are having outer shield to protect from the hazards around the cable. Okay, shielded twisted pair also known as STP and unshielded twisted pair known as UTP. So UTP has 4 pair of wires with each wire and each pair twisted together. And when we talk about UTP, it is a set of 3 or 4 pairs of wire with each wire in each pair twisted around the other to prevent electromagnetic interference. So the example of UTP application is telephone network, and the example of STP uses a television network cable. Okay, that's it. Thank you everyone.